video, not hard. My salmon has already been pre-marinated and seasoned. I have it in this bowl here. Let you guys go ahead and see it. Isn't that beautiful? And I had it sitting and marinating overnight, of course. I'm going to use the same foil that I used to cover it with to line my pan. I am going to put mine in my toaster oven. I have a toaster oven that does frying. It's a gourmet. It's actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this on here, and it's been seasoned with. I've got it preheated already. It's got olive oil, canola oil, some garlic, pepper, salt, of course. Not much, different little things, but obviously, hi honey. And I'm gonna just take this and go ahead and put it right on here, everything on it, all the seasonings. But go from over there, crazy pants. Alrighty. You want to keep all that goodness on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop that right into the oven real quick. 375. It's a toaster oven, so the heat really combines. And it's got a seafood setting, which is awesome. And it works perfectly to get this salmon nice and tender. So 375 for 10 minutes. Alrighty, while that's in there, I'm gonna go ahead and take the grits. I've got my water boiling here. My oil is heating up over there. So while that happens, I'm gonna go ahead and get my grits in. I'm going to eyeball this more than anything. And my water has been salted already. There we go. That should be good there. Want to give it a stir real quick because otherwise they'll stick together and it'll get lumpy, and then that's disgusting. I don't like lumpy grits, but that tends to happen when you put them in the boiling water and don't stir them. Stirring is going to be your friend with grits, cream of wheat, oatmeal, you know, all those things. I'm going to turn my heat down some on it, as it doesn't need to be this high anymore now that it is boiling. And I'm going to go ahead and add my butter. Spoon out here. I like a nice amount of butter. I like country crock spread. I like the flavor of it. You can use regular butter. You can use whatever butter, of course, that you like. Obviously, it's your food. You probably should eat it the way that you would like to eat it. All right. So, and then, I don't know, popular opinion, unpopular opinion, I like sugar and butter in my grits. This dish for me is one of those sweet and savory dishes. You've got the nice savory salmon, and then you've got the mild sweetness and the grits that combine together in all reality really, really well. I promise you. Definitely, definitely, definitely worth trying. All right. Like I said, I'm going to keep stirring these. These are almost done. I actually let them sit in here too long talking to you guys. Shame on y'all. You should be ashamed of yourselves. But there's a reason that I cook them in this pan. It's a non-stick pan, so don't get me wrong. Non-stick pans, they still stick to an extent. However, it's just easier for things to come off. It doesn't take a whole lot of scraping or anything like that. So that's the only thing with non-stick pans in all reality. Alrighty, so my grits are done. I can go ahead and turn this heat off. Grits never really take long to cook, especially if you have already boiled the water. Alrighty. Oh, you guys. Like I had containers. That's all right. Okay. So, I don't know. Do I have any containers like that? I don't know. Okay. Anyways. So yes. So I'm gonna go ahead, get these grits out of the pan. And I'm gonna go ahead and, you guys see my shallot here, right? Okay. I'm gonna put these grits in this bowl here. Now, of course, you're gonna want your grits to pretty much match the amount of salmon that you have, because you want enough grits to go with all of your salmon, okay? Proper ratio, and it's something to fill you up. Nice, hearty, homey, make you feel good meal. Great for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay. There we go. Now, that is done. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set these to the side. I'll set this here. I've got my flour, of course. Once again, I've got my gluten-free flour, which is awesome. Like I said, I love gluten-free flour. I'm going to go ahead and cut the head off this here and toss it. I want to go ahead and get this peeled off. Me personally, I'm going to cut the other end. So I'm going to use like all of these basically. Alrighty guys, so with that now being done, get that off there. Got that done. I'm gonna go ahead and slice it down. Watching your fingers as you go along. Okay. Now, my flour has been seasoned with salt and pepper already. I like fresh ground black pepper, and I like my Celtic salt. So that's gonna go there. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background. There's a house full. I've got all my siblings here. And my son, obviously. My niece. It's pretty cool. Big enough house for it, so why not, right? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I popped the little hearts out and move them to the side. It's really important to, you know, get these in here like this. Okay, so give them a nice toss in here. I want to make sure my oil. Oh my goodness, you guys, guess what? My oil wasn't even like, it wasn't even and heating. That's rude. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, get these nice and tossed. You don't need like a whole lot of batter. Like I said, you guys should know I don't like my stuff with like so much breading or anything. I'll show you guys what this looks like. Wait for it to focus some. There we go. You see? Just lightly covered and coated. And it's just like, these won't take long to cook at all. And like I said, all of them right here, like this. They're just all white now, okay? And when you put them in, you want to put them in, like make sure that they have broken apart. Otherwise, they will cook and kind of stick together more than anything, which is not really what you want when you want a crispy topping on top of anything. Y'all, they're making my eyes burn. I'm gonna cry. I hate onions. But the reason I chose shallots over, or how Gordon Ramsay says it, shallots. Reason I chose those over any other onions, I like the sweet yet bite that they have to them. They are amazing, and they're tiny. Like you don't have to do a whole lot to them. So while that finishes up, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my hands off real quick. Guys, I'm gonna have to excuse me. It has really been a long day. So, all right, grits. Remember, you don't need a whole lot of sugar. It's just enough just to give them a nice mild sweetness, and add that butter into it. And I promise you, they will be absolutely amazing. Now, my fish is pretty much done, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab that out real quick, and then I'm gonna go and actually let me move this out the way for y'all so y'all can see. I want y'all to really be able to see what this is gonna look like. Okay, I'm gonna need a spatula though. Definitely gonna need my spatula, and I'm gonna need this. So, bowl of my yummy, delicious grits. I'm gonna go ahead over here, grab my fish out. Show you guys what it looks like. Beautiful, right? Watch this. It cuts so perfectly. It's so beautiful inside. Can you guys see that? This is how I enjoy my salmon. A nice mild pink middle center. Oh, it's flaking off, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it right over top of my grits. And make sure I get some of that last little bit of goodness off this tray. I'm gonna get all of that off and put that on there. Okay. All right. Now, spatula sink to be washed. I'm gonna sit this here because it's still hot. Don't really want to touch that right now. All right. So now my oil is pretty much ready. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my onions in. It's about to start really bubbling in a second. So, add these in one by one. Oh, I guess you guys can't see it, huh? Only thing is, when you have a certain amount of flour on this plate, you can't find these onions, so you really have to search through to make sure you got them all out the flour. And once again, just like chicken or anything else, you don't want to overcrowd the pot when frying anything, okay? All right. You guys see this? Like, let me show you this real quick. How beautiful it is. Already. So beautiful. Okay? So now, I'm gonna set that there. It's hot, y'all. Like, that's like really hot. Rinse my hands off. My fry spatula, of course. And I'm going to move those onions around a little bit, as you guys can, I don't know if you guys can see, but they're already starting, some of them are already floating to the top. I just want to move them around a little bit because, like I said, my biggest thing is that I don't want them to stick at all. And then, that's it. So, the the salmon had a nice little season blend. You can season it with whatever you want. I did also add a little bit of cayenne pepper on here. I like a nice little spice. Nothing too much, nothing too little, just enough where it's just like, hey, there's a kick there, and then it's just like, it's not overpowering or overwhelming. Okay, so these can actually start to come out now. They are coming up to the top. Like I told you guys before, usually a good trick to know when your food is done frying, especially when it's in a deep fryer or something of some sort, is it will usually float to the top, or you'll start to see it rise at least a little bit. So as you guys can see that there. You see those floating. All right, so I'm going to start to take these out and put them here so that they can drain. Grab these out. Only thing about being in the kitchen is that it gets hot, obviously. Now, I hate that saying, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen, because here's the thing, I like to eat. That's the reason why I cook, simply because I love to eat. All right, so straighten y'all back up. Those are sitting there nicely. Yes, honey. And I've got some beautiful, beautiful edible flowers that I am also going to use. Shout out to Chef Dre. It's going over here. So, floppy. And then I'm going to take these crispy onions and I am going to sprinkle them on top. They are hot still, you guys. Okay, see that? And then I'm going to go ahead and add this flour right on top. And boom. All done. Nice, beautiful plate. And that's about it, guys. Thanks again. This is DIY Thai. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you want to see something fried, you want to see something cooked, comment, email, let me know. And whether I've done it before or not, we're going to try it out and see what happens. I'll even eat it on the camera, even if it's something that I'm just like, ew, gross. But yeah, thanks guys. Bye.